Well, hello everybody. We're flying around in the Microsoft flight simulator they call 2020. I guess I just try to refer to it as MSFS or Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this thing is been out for a while. It had some pretty good performance issues trying to get it where it was VR ready and all that. But anyway, they've had quite a few updates. If you saw my last video there on my YouTube channel, I did a pretty quick fly around. So anyway, this thing is just really awesome now. It's probably the best experience I've ever had in flight simulation due to the fact of the scenery. Getting it dialed in little by little by little. So we're real world time and weather. We're here at Jones in Jenks, Oklahoma, where I've got a little flight in mind just to get down to Paris, Texas there. About 2,000 feet, and we're going to probably fly blind here for a little while and see if I can get something working in the GPS. We'll see. So we're cold and dark. We're going to try to run this thing properly. So let's get battery. We'll get strobe on. Nav, our beacon light, throttle, do a quick little prime. Let's see, this has got fuel lever down there where I get to it. There we go. Contact. I've got our altimeter adjuster. Should be about 650. Somewhere right in there. Let's see. This might be a long video, but it'd be well worth it. You're going to skip ahead to different stuff. Quite alright. I don't even see a GPS. Oh, Lordy. Well, we might have to just fly down the highway then. Can't believe there is no GPS. I had to fly VOR and I don't have any numbers. So this is so spectacular that it does icing. All kinds of, so you really got to be on your A game. We're facing 280. That's good. Yep. Well, that's about all we can do. Turn on the dome light just to have it ready. So this is the Cessna 152. And I don't have a trim set. So I need to exit VR. Give me a second. Be right back. Okay, that should have it fixed. So situated, let's check the trim. All right. So since we don't have GPS, we're just going to have to wing it. So they had us departing straight south, so we'll taxi on out. What you said there, buddy? Don't know how this is going to go, but I'll give it our best shot. So me and Captain Ed got these 152s up in the air last night, multiplayer, and we flew around OWP to out by Keystone Lake, touch and go out there, and then around Tulsa International. Got pretty close in formation. They're a lot of fun. And last night was the first time I had been in the this 152, and I thought it was a pretty nice little airplane. It's default. Eventually I'll have my CRJ 500/700 in here, but I'm going to hold off on that because the VFR flying in this is really outstanding. So I'll spend a little time with it for a while, and then I've got my sights set on a Piper Arrow 3, which I had in X-plane, and it's going to release just anytime. Well, I was counting on the GPS to guide me down there, so what we'll do is we'll come out of Jones, pick up the Creek Turnpike, and then we will follow Highway 75 down to Indian Nation Turnpike, follow it down to Hugo, Oklahoma, and turn down 271 to Paris. I guess is do a VFR map. That'll help us. Oh, it does have my Flint in there. Nice. Let's see what I can do here. Control. I don't know why I'm not getting any comms. There we go. Ooh. Didn't get the altimeter, but that's all right. $3020. I'm right there. Come over here to the run-up area and check the fuel. Just learning to use all the menu systems. Go ahead and go full tanks. Yeah, full tanks. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get a little south there and get out of some of the weather and let you see what the scenery is like of this thing. It's incredible. It uses Bing Maps so you can navigate by the buildings and structures and the roads. It's all depicted pretty true to life. We'll hold short here, contact her, see how we do this. Don't think this thing has an autopilot. It's gonna be hand flying all the way. Lovely. All right, we're cleared for takeoff. Excuse me. Amazing graphics in this thing. Whoop. Need to adjust some stuff on my Bruner yoke. Nice lift off. A little trimming here. There we go. Nice. Wonderful. Well, we're going to have to navigate by visual and try to stay below the major cloud base. Looking for the Creek Turnpike. There's the Creek Turnpike. Barely see it. Take it over here and catch 75. There it is. We'll get a little lower till we get out of this soup. Alright. Keep that on our left side. We'll get out of this rain. Keep her at about 1,000 feet. So all the buildings and all that is true to life. Should be coming across Glen Pool if we haven't already passed it. There's the tank farm. There's 151st. There's St. Francis Hospital. Yeah, 2,400 on the RPM, 1,100 feet. Follow the highway. There's the S curves. Nice. So as you can see, you can fly in this kind of weather and use the roads for VFR navigation, using landmarks as locations. It's amazing how accurate it is. So yesterday I was flying down to Muskogee there. I went around the USS Batfish and seen some just awesome graphics, visualizations. Let's say this is live time and weather. All this information is drawn via the internet. As you bring the sim up, you have the option to go live on the internet. There's real world traffic out there somewhere. If anybody else is out this part of the world flying in this kind of weather. So next we'll go to the old Mogi. We'll drop down just a touch, get a little soupy. Hopefully we'll clear up. So as you can see, the weather is dynamic. What they've done with the clouds is amazing. You can see weather fronts coming true to life. It's just amazing. You get bug splats on the windshield. You can see the rain. We're up high enough, we would start icing up. That's us. Two 991. Well, oh, 29. I'm sorry, going the wrong way. Visibility's getting a little better. Some of these lightning strikes will blind you. All right. So I spent a little time getting performance set up. I had to go in and make a change on the Steam settings, which is what runs VR. Take off motion smoothing, and it took away all anomalies that I was experiencing. It was the only change I had to make in there. I run it on automatic, so everything's taking care of itself. Then I went ahead and updated to the latest NVIDIA drivers, set everything to default, and went in and changed two settings, the standard ones to high performance. And then the rest was done in sim. And I think I found a happy medium. There's a little rainbow out there. I seen that yesterday. I said, I need to record that. Don't know if it's really there or not, but anyway. So there's moments in this simulator when the sun's hitting you just right and stuff, it actually blinds you. It's quite impressive. I've had lightning go to a complete whiteout. So we're getting our scenery data from the internet. We're getting our weather there. So if the storm actually moves, it will translate to what we're seeing and experiencing. Cruising along at about a 98 knot. We'll bump that up just a little bit. So you should be recognizing where you're at if you've run this road before, or as much as I have. So we don't get too low and clip a tower. We're okay. We'll keep our eye on that road. Hopefully we'll clear out of this soup eventually. Power lines. A lot of traffic down there for a Sunday morning. People should be home asleep. They're flying their airplanes. Should be a little hill right here. So we should be able to, see Okmulgee as true to life, and then down to Henrietta. Then we should be able to see the toll booths and all that goes down to the Indian Nation. We get down there to the south of McAllister, and we should be getting into the hills. This plane is flying very nice. I've got it trimmed. I'm just barely touching the yoke. It's behaving very, very well. I am very impressed with this simulator now. There, we're clearing up. So if you go to your weather radar, folks, you should see exactly what we're seeing here. So this is Okmulgee up ahead. My alma mater's right out there about 11:30 at OSU Tech. Spent 2 years down here. So you need pretty good internet to run the scenery real good. As you can see, it's just absolutely gorgeous vegetation. That's Okmulgee Airport there. We go ahead and climb up a little higher, 1,500 now. Don't think we need any carb heat or anything. I think we're fine. So up here at the intersection is a little truck stop. If you take a left on this highway out there and curve it around, you see the structures out there. It's OSU Tech. Amazing. And many times as I've been down this road, you know, and looked at all these buildings and got the sign names and all that, it's, you know, almost there in my brain going, oh yeah, I know that place. And there's our truck stop right down there. Should be a Love's right there. There's a Burger King truck stop right there. This is the Love's. Right there. Almost to our 1500. Let's see if we can maintain that. And this is a great little airplane to fly. It's a little slow. I want to get my Turbo Arrow. It's a low wing aircraft. A little faster than this. A little more power. I was wondering what that was. That's railroad tracks. I see. Yep. Looks like we're getting some more rain down this way. And that will be the Walmart right there at about 11:45. Stayed at that hotel right there a couple times. Yeah, I get on down towards Henrietta. Might have to drop back down a little bit so we keep our eye on the road. So this this is my first really technical flight. Using their air traffic control function. Now my pilot ATC supposedly works in all this, but we'll just use default for get the start and see how things go with it before I start bringing that in. Definitely need a GPS in an airplane. Don't want to have to fly VOR, but do what we got to do. I'm just dead reckoning right now. Amazed how this aircraft just trimmed out. Went in and set up a profile on my Bruner for it properly. And man, it's just great. Everything is all there. We've got rudder. We'll drop back down just a little bit. Don't lose sight. We want to see a nice view of Henrietta. Wow. Crazy. All right. Heading 180 due south. Back up my power. I'll rip my wings off. That's a little better, about 1,000 feet. get too low. We got some hills. So I can see that road. $800 feet. So in VR, X-Plane and such, hand controllers are used to manipulate all buttons and switches, and DCS and this one have gone solely with, well, DCS you can do whatever, but very, very awkward with their hand controls, so I opted for the mouse in that. This one is dedicated mouse only, no controllers, which takes a little bit of time to adjust back to it, but I'm getting there and I kind of enjoy it. I've got a mouse set up on my right hand and one on my left, so whichever I need to grab to do what I need to do, that's what I do. We should be nearing Henrietta and I-40. You see that hill right there on the left. There's our S-curves going into Henrietta. Gotta kind of watch what we're doing here. We're low enough we can hit the hills. I'm glad this airplane flies so well by hand, since there's no autopilot. I'm very impressed with it. I'm surprised we don't have more turbulence. Oh, losing sight here. We're okay. About a half-mile visibility down there. Okay, there's the first intersection into Henrietta. I can't recall that highway number. I'll do a little S zigzagging here, and right around up in that hill area there will be I-40. And if you haven't been down this way in a while, they've got road construction down through here. I don't even know what that is. That's so big. I never realized it was that big. The duck place, I think it is. Duck call place. Wish we'd get in some better weather. All right, there's I-40. Oklahoma City to the right, Fort Smith to the left. We're going to proceed on. And now it has become the Indian Nation Turnpike. Get down here around McAllister, and then we'll be in some pretty good hills. This will be the climb out of Henrietta. It's heavy on the gas for climbing the hill with a load. And get up to 75 miles an hour as soon as you get to the top of the hill. Right there, nice. So it should be about 80 miles on down towards Paris. We're clipping along at about 90. Speed that up. I wish the weather would clear and get a little altitude. At least we got this map to help us find the airport. Probably be some hit or miss showers down there in Paris. Of course, I could change the weather at will here, but I want to experience the whole flight with everything going on. So, you know, if we had better weather, the scenery is just awesome. I know it's kind of sucked in right now, but I can't emphasize how amazing flying in VFR in this simulator is. Now that they've got virtual reality optimized and flying right, I mean, it just beats X-Plane completely. And there's a lot of developers getting in on this, a lot of them. All right, back up to about 1500, get a little bit of clearing. Putting us over to Fort Worth. So, with flying an airplane, hours and hours upon boredom, followed by moments of sheer terror. It's a true to life saying. And that reflection off that water, nice. So, this is the first time I've had to really seriously fly dead reckoning. Usually got some kind of cheat, some kind of, you know, GPS systems got the line drawn for you. All you do is look at it and fly. This one here, we got that there to keep us going in the right direction, but we can actually follow the roads. Quite impressive. Captain Ed and I were discussing the graphics and scenery in this last night. Just both of us really think it's something else. we got up here is where the highway splits. Should be the toll area. Yep. I got the toll booths in there. Haha. The easy pass lane right through the middle. Pay cash on the right. Amazing. So our next landmark will be the rest area stop where the McDonald's is, about a mile or two from Highway 69, which takes you to Dallas. Once we hit that point, we've got to be very aware of the hills. So we're getting into worsening storms. Really surprised I'm not being bounced around by heavy turbulence. Turning the road, picking it up just best I can here, folks. I like to keep it right about my 11:30 where I can see that thing. If this is getting too hairy for you, feel free to leave. I'm going to ride it to the end. I hope we don't crash when we get there. All this time for a crash is not acceptable. Ooh. There we go. Man, just lose sight of that road and then it pops in just a second enough. It's like driving a car in heavy fog. Lose my bearings in the soup. So I should be able to go to my phone, look at the radar ahead of me, and see what's happening. I can't peek out from the hood too long because I'll lose control of the aircraft because there is no autopilot that I found. There's not one. I don't see it. Usually I can find those really fast. Let's see if I get my phone to my knee, I can peek under there quickly and see what this weather is going to do for us. Well, about time we get down to Highway 69, we should get a break from at least the precipitation. Not saying the clouds will clear up. I need to reset my radar there to show clouds and all that. I just got it on precip for driving. In a truck, I'm not concerned with the clouds. hopefully visibility will get better. I'd say it's about maybe 1 to 2 mile up there, down to a mile at times. And there's the Arkansas River. Move to the right a little bit so it gets on top of the road. There it goes. I'll just about time you lose it out the front, you get a little peak. About the only issue I have with this simulator is the low volume in my headset. I've lost my road. There it is. It's really quiet, but after a while you kind of forget about it. But I'm used to the simulators being a lot louder. There is a simulate headset setting, but it's even quieter. So this right here sounds about right as far as wearing a headset. You can hear the engine, get your ATC communications loud enough, clear enough. So we are in flight following, so we are being monitored by air traffic control. Come on, clear weather. Looking for that Highway 69 at McAllister. First we'll see the McDonald's. Rest stop. Captain Ed is working on a little project this morning, so he should be back online or 11 or 12ish. Mercy. Better watch my overspeeding. I'll pull that throttle back a touch. So we're starting to get into the hill country now. Very smooth performance in all this soup. Usually this kind of weather really bogs down the performance on a simulator. I think I pretty much got my settings dialed in. So I went in and turned GPU scheduling back to on. I'll run it a while and see how it performs and kind of get adjusted, and then I'll go in there and turn it off, see if it improves or not, and decide then what to do with it. I've heard both ways. I guess it just depends on systems. We should clear up, we get a little higher. Peek at the radar. Well, it looks like the storm is forming right on this road, so anything kind of to the west side of it is where the storms are firing. Kind of east and south is the line, so we might be in it all the way. Unfortunately. So this is by far the best windshield effects I've seen. And it's supposed to just only get better. Alright, where are we at here? I believe that's the road that jump off, go to McAllister. Should be seeing McDonald's up here shortly. Yeah, I recognize that intersection. Should be hitting I believe the toll booth first, then the McDonald's. That was not the 69 ramp, I don't think. It should be right up here. Yeah, we got clearing to the left. All right, all right. And storms to the right. That's what radar said. Exactly. There's our McDonald's. Nowhere to sit down and take a break. Rain should be dissipating, yes. Well, if you stuck it out this far, well, we might see some pretty cool stuff. Stay out that rain. Back to our 1,500 feet. I recognize that place right there. All right, so McDonald's, then a couple miles up the road is the 69 interchange and then the toll booth. And then the next big landmark will be the toll booth down by Antlers, Oklahoma. That's really a good depiction of the break area. So if we get the sun to peek through, we'd see some really cool stuff, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Next time I fly down here, I need to get a faster airplane for sure. Man, this thing trims out wonderfully. Go hands off, take a sip of water. Look at that vegetation. Yeah, there's our 69. Right to Dallas, left on where that goes, back up towards northeast Oklahoma. That's right. Over by Eufaula. So that is the toll booth down there at 11. Army ammunition depot over there to the right. Been in there. Look at that scenery. Oh my gosh, it's great. Pay the toll. All you little peoples down there, pay the toll. Let's see, fuel check's good, 3/4. Oil pressure temp's doing fine. No need for any carb heat. Amps are good. I don't see any temperature display, but we shouldn't have to worry about anything. Oh, there it is. Can't quite read it. I've got the zoom function on the mouse. And we're showing 50. 40. But we're at altitude, so. Back into it. Hopefully we'll get out of it quick. Okay, so to make things better, we're going to go ahead and change the weather just so we can get in there safely. Enough of that. We've totally lost the highway. But at least we'll be able to find the airport. So I'm imagining, yeah, let's see, there it is off to the right. Okay, so we're good. Managed to stay on course fairly well. We're going to simulate we broke out of the storm. came a little bit to the left of the road, maybe 2 miles. It's not bad. It should be the town of Hugo, I assume, down that way. Or possibly Antlers. Now we'll see some light bloom happening. This is going to be really cool. And I'll get up here and I'll be able to tell you. It looks like the curve there going into Hugo to catch 271. I think. No, not yet. This is Antlers right here, so we're 20 miles from 271. Recognize the truck stop right there. How cool is that? Little airfield over there. Look at the reflections off their wings. It's incredible. Well, we should be getting there pretty quick. When I do the video, I might chop a bunch of that weather. Give everybody a good feel for what that was like, and then break into the open here. Climb on up here a little more, about 2,000 for a while. You can start seeing how the clouds are set up in this. It's the best looking clouds, and I can't max them out. It's a little bit too taxing on my system. It's a really beefy system. I don't know of anybody that can run them full blast in VR. If they can, I want that computer, but I'm not going to spend no 10 grand on something. I don't even think that would run it all out either. You see the water looks just gorgeous. The atmosphere looks terrific. Don't have to do any weather modification at all. Just let it do its thing. airplane. This one here is flying really nice. Let's see, where was my... dome light can come back off. And the panel looks just really nice and clear. Got to lean a little bit to read numbers and the valve index I got. I heard the G2 guys are really happy. Well, in reality, I think if I would have kept the live weather going and the rain and everything, we probably would not have had a successful landing. So I can go ahead and we can do another chop of the clouds, maybe get a little bit. Go a few clouds. Oh, wrong button. So now we can see out quite a ways. Looks pretty normal. Usually after I do the menu there, it takes about 4 or 5 seconds for things to kind of smooth. I don't know about you, but it's getting kind of warmish, so I'm going to open up some cabin air. So right up there, and that curve way up, that curves back left, is the curve down by Hugo at 271. It's about 12-15 miles on into Paris, Texas. And I don't know really where that airport sits in relation to Paris. We'll find it. There's another little airstrip right there. Hugo, probably. What its real name is. So these smaller airports don't have a whole lot of built-up scenery now. Like we go over to OWP and you look down at it, and you can see the satellite photo. You see the buildings, but when you land, there are no 3D structures. Kind of sucks. This one appears to have some structures, and it's even a smaller airfield. There's our 271 exit. So right in about this area, the speed limit slows down to 70 on the road, not up in the air. Lots of hangars down there. It appears to be 3D. Windsock right there. Well, I didn't know that airport sat there. How about that? I'll have to eyeball for that next time I'm down through here, which will be Thursday. Okay. So we make that exit right there. We go down the road about 3 or 4 miles. There's the truck stop dead ahead. At 11:45 we'll turn it to noon. We'll fly over the truck scales, DOT scales. It's just amazing. I remember back in the day when I flew Microsoft FS9, I purchased a add-on that was called USA Roads, and it would lay the roads out, but not at this level of detail. The bridges, the ramps.
Daddy,
Yep.
do you want something from McDonald's?
Sure.
What do you want?
Take the Canadian bacon McMuffin ×2.
Okay.
Sissy here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Just put it on Chase. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm glad they got this updated. Optimized, and hopefully it'll get even better. I'll sure fly it like this. So there is the what I call the Hugo truck stop there at the casino. Spent the night there a bunch. Right around the corner, there's the truck scales. This is surreal. So like I said, this might be a long video. Feel free to jump around in it if you so desire. I like to make these flights so that when I'm on the road all week, I have something to view of the evenings. Keeps me thinking about flight simulation. Perfect on the detail there. Oh, amazing. I haven't seen my favorite little spot I like to park. Alright, let's eyeball the scales. Okay, that will be the Red River, and across it is Texas. Be my first time in Texas in this simulator. How about that? Next time we get a faster airplane, we might get into that CRJ and do some Dallas hops. We'll have to go down there and see how. Yeah, they got the structures there too. They're real. Oh my gosh, I've been DOT'd down there. Matter of fact, the last one I got was right there. How cool is that? All right, let's banker over here. There is another little. No, that's on a different highway. I'm sure I could follow the roads and go right to it. Normally what I do when I run that way is I stay on 27 or whatever the turnpike and keep on going east. Then I cut across south into Texas and avoid that scale. They have a little bitty truck stop down there right before the Texas line, right off the river. I'm sure we could just fly right up the river and see it there in about, I think it's 30 miles over there. 35 maybe. We can go out by the dam out there. That's really cool. Got them a little boat ramp down there. So come up to the Paris Loop up here. There's two truck stops, one of them being the Loves. relation to our airport, I do not know. I've got the tags turned off so that they have indicators you can turn on to show you where stuff is. I don't like to do that unless I'm sightseeing, just for giggles. I didn't know they had a big old lake over there. I did not know that. How about that? They've had to have shut off some creek right there to form that. Definitely looks like a dam. Wow. Well, we should technically see a beacon. Start looking for that. So down through here, there's a school somewhere. Look, I've flown by it. Pretty good size. I think that's it right up here. That school might have been back there by the line. I can't remember where it lays. Check the time. 9:43. I've got time to get to the ground, maybe edit the movie. Well, we should probably start getting closer to the Earth. Should be dead ahead of us. Might just overfly it and go down by the lows, turn back around. We'll see if we catch us a windsock down through there. Looks like there's another dam right there. Amazing what you can see from the air that you didn't know was there. Like I see the airport, 11:30. Nice flying little aircraft. This is just all right. Little two-seater. I hope the Piper flies this way as well as the CR Jet. If they do, man, I've got it made. Well, what I thought might have been the airstrip is not, so I have to keep the eyeball peeled. Should be right ahead of us. Ten-yard descent, so it'll pop up into plain sight here shortly. I'm not familiar at all with this one. It's a big old parking lot right there. As you can see from high up, it looks like a building, but there's no 3D, and that's a big manufacturing plant of some sort. You get some of that. When you get down there, it's all flat, but still looks good from altitude. And I'm looking for an airstrip. I think I'd see some kind of beacon. Well, that's why. Let's see. Back off to my left. So I put in KS30 and I see a KPRX. So we'll just look at them both. Let's see. One should be just slightly to the right. Go ahead and drop a flap. Let's see what that KS-30 actually is. I put it in thinking it was an airport. But it shows to be a waypoint. This little airfield is out here in the middle of nowhere. Don't even see a marker, a beacon. Airfield shows to be off to my left. Okay, so we're at the waypoint, so let's just roll towards what we know is an airfield. Should be 12 o'clock. We'll pop her on down. Hard to spot. I guess it right up there. We'll roll this way. There's the beacon. Got it. Alright, flaps 2. We need to do any comms to them or not. Let's see. Check their radius. We'll want to land on that westerly. Nice. What's going on with you? Oh, I know. I've got some effects setting there. I probably ought to go change. We are down on the ground. Alright, landing line. Nice flat. So that land, I need to go in and fix that. That's a setting I got on my Bruner yoke as far as effects on that elevator and rudder. I'll go turn that particular one off, which should take care of that issue. Other than that, that was a good landing. All clear. And we got some activity going on here. See if this guy's going to do anything for us. Let's see, maybe I need to do something for the ground. Let's see here. No, not going to let us. Shut her down. Nice. Okay, good video.
Daddy food.
Hawk and talk.